find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotcha!
Smash Mouth Footballers. Introducing Nick Tate, Joe Caldero, Chad Young, Smash Mouth Footballers.
Hey, welcome to Smash Mouth Footballers. I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldero.
I'm the Shadowhack.
And guys, we got a special episode for you today. We're going to be going over some updates in the NFL and how it's changed our free agency going into the draft.
Yep, so we're going to cover the Saints today.
We
We were going to do the Commanders, but the Saints cannot keep themselves out of the news.
Boy, they are on it.
Yeah, with the Derek Carr debacle. I don't know. I mean, I'm in belief that this dude is faking an injury. I can't prove it.
Yeah, he sees the writing on the wall. He's like, well, I'm not going to win this year, but I want to get paid.
Yeah, they're going to have to pay me regardless if I play or not. So let me take a page out of my best friend's guidebook on how to force myself out of a team.
There you
go. Devontae Adams forced himself out of the Raiders.
Yeah.
By doing what?
He said, I'm hurt.
Yep. Same thing.
Yep.
Now he's on the Jets. Now he moved around.
Yeah, they moved around. So, yeah, Derek Carr, we said it when they drafted him. When they brought him in.
They brought him in. He's never won a playoff game.
The worst ever.
Just great
pad
stats.
Terrible. And, so what do you do? What do you do? Because now this dude is he's a $60 million cap hit
next year. He's 40-something this year.
Yeah. So what do? Do you just let him walk?
You cannot let him walk. You can't release him.
No. So you make him sit at home. You can't let him come into the locker room.
He's not coming in. He doesn't want to be there. He's not Monday. This was announced last Friday. Monday, the Saints started their OTAs, off training.
Mm-hmm.
Usually he's there. He wasn't here this year. He released it. The Saints didn't release this news. It was his camp. The Saints have nothing to gain by releasing this news. It's the draft. The Saints should not release any news.
No.
Because the draft is coming up. Mm-hmm. You want teams to know less.
It's already a small market team. You don't ruin your chances by releasing anything.
He did this because he did not want the drama of why isn't he at camp? Oh, it's because I'm injured. He said it was the AC joint injury at the Green Bay game. He may be. I don't know. It may be a lingering issue. It may be. I don't know.
Probably. It's not a big enough injury for him to be getting in and out of these small cars on that car podcast.
Hey, man.
He's pushing off of seats. He's
Yeah, he's getting.
So I just think the dude's trying to force himself out.
Oh, I know he is. He can thank New Orleans for that Rolls Royce that he was showing on that podcast.
Yeah.
This is what aggravates me. This guy comes in. I love God. God's great. He did this in Las Vegas. Okay, the Saints, for what it's worth. Okay, maybe the fan base hates you. Well, let's be honest, man. We do. You want to know why?
Oh yeah.
Because you've hung out Chris Olave a million times. Yeah. One time he wasn't even in the route. You were screaming at him because you made a terrible throw.
Yep.
Michael Thomas went on X and called you out. Michael Thomas has called you out multiple times. Michael Thomas was right. For what all that ridiculousness that Michael Thomas talked on X, if you look right now, was right.
It seemed crazy at the beginning.
It seemed crazy.
And then you put it all together, and so Michael Thomas had an inside track.
Yeah,
what was coming down the pipe.
He's been in that locker room, so he knows what's up.
You kind of think that with some of the stuff Alvin Kamara tweeted, he didn't like him. He didn't want him in there. I know Demario Davis loves him. I know him and Demario Davis had a good connection because of their religion.
But he doesn't throw Demario Davis any hospital balls.
Yeah, he doesn't. So. He didn't check down 13. Look, the one time he was always yelling. He yelled at Chris Olave on a fourth down play when he threw it to him, and Chris Olave wouldn't even progression.
Right.
Okay, dude, that's on you as a quarterback.
But on top of that, as a quarterback, as a leader, as even anybody remotely that has any kind of integrity, it's my fault.
Yeah, you don't ever start.
I made a bad choice, whatever it may be.
Talk about it off camera.
Yeah, everything goes off camera. You show tact.
Mm-hmm.
This goes with everything in life. And if you're over here blaming people, that means you're the problem.
Yep.
So I have an idea. Now you guys have to stay with me on this because it's kind of out there.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, it's kind of way out there. You look at the quarterback room without Derek Carr. Very young. No experience hardly at all. Rattler's got the most game time experience.
And my God, I hope he ain't destroyed. I hope his confidence isn't destroyed after last year.
Yeah. So you got to make Derek Carr sit at home. You're going to pay this dude to sit at home. He's 34.
Make him go on the IR.
Make him stay. Make him be a 35, 36-year-old quarterback looking for a job.
Only thing I can say is the Saints have number 9, number 41, number 72, number 93, I believe, in the draft. So you got 4 picks in the 100. If that $60 million hit is going to kill you next year.
Yes.
Okay? So you can't release him. Okay? Now, all right, we saw Geno Smith get a third-round pick. If after the draft you got a Pittsburgh or you got a New York or you got a Cleveland that will send you a third-round pick, or if you can get it before the draft, or you can get a corner, you can outright trade him for a corner.
I'd trade him for a 7th-round pick.
You cannot do that because you're paying $60 million for a
I'm just saying,
pick.
like,
But who's going to want
you
him?
get rid of him. It's for the best option possible, and that's least. Not about, hey, I'm going to try to get my $60 million back. No, you take a hit and you get rid of that dude.
No.
He's a cancer.
What you can do, I like what you're saying. You're saying get Carson Wentz as a bridge.
Yeah, I love Carson Wentz as a bridge.
Okay.
Because you take Carson Wentz, you only got to pay him $5 million for 2 years.
Yep.
He's on league minimum. He was a backup for at least 2 years. So you're paying him league minimum. Quarterback.
He didn't show too much in that last game at Kansas City.
I
but
get it. I get it.
teach.
But you're not winning.
Yeah.
We're not winning.
No, we're not winning.
So you got to have somebody that has experience here. Okay. Just 3 or 4 years ago, Carson Wentz threw for 3,000 plus yards.
Yeah, he didn't look too bad in Indianapolis either.
So the guy has talent. He's also been to
Super Bowl.
He
got hurt.
Yeah, but
he was
got
supposed
hurt.
to win it.
But the main thing, and I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs fan whatsoever, but he is in the building with one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Andy Reid, yes.
And he's, right behind that guy, Patrick Mahomes. He's learning. He's learning. I would, and we're limited. We can't do hardly anything. Why not bring Carson Wentz in the room, let Rattler back him up, bridge him to next year, draft a quarterback. Carson Wentz is still in the room, but if your draft pick next year can start right away, great. If not, Carson Wentz is still in the room.
I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind Wentz, and I wouldn't mind Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't mind Teddy Bridgewater either.
New Orleans would probably love Teddy Two Gloves to come back.
Teddy Two Gloves came back. I think the
building
would be rocking.
The building
again.
would explode.
I don't mind either one of them.
But Teddy's been off. He's been off for what, 2 seasons now?
Yeah, I think that's what you're bringing him for. You're bringing him in to coach. Teddy Bridgewater would be a great mind in that quarterback room.
Very smart player.
Look, he went and won a second. He finished second in Florida in high school, coaching the team. And as soon as he came back, Detroit said, "Hey, you want to back us up for a playoff game?" Like he coming off the bench. Hey, come be our backup quarter. Like that's great. Like Teddy, that tells you like the dude's smart, right? Like you just won. You almost won the Florida national championship, high school championship. Then you come back out of retirement. Immediately, Detroit trying to make a push to the Super Bowl says, "Come be our backup."
Right.
So there's something there with Teddy Two Gloves.
I wouldn't mind it at all.
No, I wouldn't mind it. You're going to have to get it back. Regardless, you're going to have to get somebody in that room who has experience.
Yeah, because
Hayner and Rattler.
Hayner and DiNucci and Rattler.
They need all the help they can get.
But I think Rattler has promise. He has a little bit as a backup. He's not ever going to be. He's not starting material to me.
I don't know. No, he hasn't shown me that either. But I mean, he hasn't. Look,
but then again, he was getting wore out
at Oklahoma. Look, man, we can't just deny how talented he is.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, just you might have to ride with him. I'm just what's killing me about it is if you can't get a third-round draft pick or you can't get a 1-for-1 decent starter on a trade, and this dude has a no trade clause. So Derek Carr kind of holds all the cards. But what the Saints can do, what leverage Mickey Loomis and them do have, let's go back to the timeline here. At the owners' meetings, okay, they said that they expected Carr there, okay? Mm-hmm. Look, he was going to be our quarterback this year. We paid him that. We restructured. We gave him the bonus. We're going to pay him for 2 years, $60-something million, right? Like, you're the quarterback. You just got paid all that guaranteed money. So the Saints, for what it's worth, did you all the favors in the world.
Yep.
Okay, you did.
They put all their eggs in your basket.
You did. I know, honest to God, the Saints kind of were forced to because of the salary cap, because they had to get underneath it and restructure. But they did that. And it looks like they were going to try to make more moves, because right now the Saints are like $28 million on the salary cap.
29, yeah.
Yep. And then by the time you sign your rookie class, which would be $5 to $8 million, you still got $20 million to play with. So they can still build something around you. And Kellen Moore, I think, didn't want Carr in the beginning, but he warmed up to the idea because he said at OTA, we expect Carr to be there. The Saints said they knew about this injury. Well, I don't think Demario Davis knew about it. I don't think Cam Jordan knew about it. I don't think Tyrann Mathieu knew about it, because they all restructured.
They have said something.
They all restructured to come back when they could have went and played for a contender.
Right.
So Carr, I don't know if the Saints really did know about it. I don't, because the timeline of events does not show the Saints knew about it.
Well, I don't think they knew about it either. I think that's them saving face instead of looking like a bunch of fools.
So
Mickey Loomis looks like a fool anyway. That's not the reason why.
For that money. No, he looks like ridiculous. He do egg all over his face for this contract.
Yeah.
Now, the leverage the Saints do have, and this is just me, I don't even know if they gave him a physical after the season, before the season. I don't know how that went. I don't even know if he's not going to see the team doctors. So you don't know anything about that. All I know is this is the leverage the Saints have. He's a 34-year-old quarterback with a shoulder injury. Mm-hmm. Hey, if you can't play this year, IR. Next year, if you make him a June 1st cut, you can expand. You can take that cap hit of $60 million if you designate him as a June 1st cut, and you can kind of stretch that out to 2 years. So, and I think that was the plan anyway, because he was not coming back next year. I don't think so.
No,
I don't
shouldn't anyway.
If he had a great year, guess what? You come out and you balled, and the Saints were wanting to do something.
Yeah, they do an extension. But no.
Then we talk. But you didn't show us anything.
No.
The first year, I thought your center was going to kill you in a game. Yeah. Eric McCoy got so mad at him, he was yelling at him.
And then he's sitting there throwing hospital. He's putting all his receivers in the blue tent.
Olave, snot bubbles coming out of his ear hole because he can't throw him an accurate pass.
No.
And then on top of this, just to throw shade, I don't know if it's intentional or not. I can't say if it's intentional or not because I don't know. But on the day he was supposed to show up for workouts, he released Carr on cars.
Yes. It's all a slap in the face.
That's it.
And
so this is what it is. You paid this guy all of this money, and he's just slapping you in the face.
That's what it feels right.
I don't think he wants to play. I think he wants his money that he feels like he's entitled to.
You think? Yeah.
And I think he wants to move on from football.
I think he still wants to play. I think he wants to try to win, but he's not a winning quarterback. He's mid-level at best.
He's not won a playoff game.
He's lower mid-level.
He's never won a playoff game.
So if the Giants want him, say the Giants want him,
yeah,
and they're not willing to give us a draft pick, would they give us Devin Singletary for him? I mean something. You got to have a.
There we go, right there. Let's take something. It doesn't matter. Just get rid of him.
Give me someone of quality.
I mean, Devin Singletary to back up these two running backs. That's not.
Give me after the draft. What do you got at corner? Because we're going to need somebody across Kool-Aid. We're going to give me. What do you have? Do you have a big nose tackle? Because Gottschall, we need something better than that. Do you?
Oh, Gottschall's.
He's good. He's not great.
You got to run around. You got to run around him. He's as big as his table.
You got a guard. What's a hole we can fill for long term? Right. We're giving you a quarterback. We're giving you a quarterback who's like 15 to 20.
Speaking of guard, Ryan Ramczyk just retired.
Yeah, right down.
Now Cesar Ruiz is the right guard, and there's only one person behind him, Landon Young. So yeah,
there's your
give
draft.
us a guard.
You got to draft something.
We
free
need
agency draft something.
They did. Now they brought in Will Clapp, who's a swing.
Yeah, they got him listed as center, backup center.
Yeah, but he's swing.
You like you some Will Clapp?
Yeah, he does. I like Will Clapp too.
I mean, for a backup, you can't do a lot worse. Trevor Penning he came on there. I'm not gonna say he's serviceable. He's no Ramchek.
Huge dude, man.
He's not Ramchek.
No,
his
he's not.
feet. He's always on the ground. Man, if that dude could just stand up, he'd be amazing. But he's always on the ground. You're gonna have to get a piece. What they're doing, but what Derek Carr's doing is just a mockery.
Trash.
It's just a mockery.
Boy's trash.
And he wants to get on there. Look, I know Saints fans were already down on him when they asked him where he went to eat. First time he went to New Orleans and he said Chipotle. I mean, you're not going to get any love, dude, going to Chipotle your first day in New Orleans, bro.
Bro, that's where all the food's at.
Yeah, maybe that's where we should have known we messed up, dude.
They can look back. I think we did it on a podcast. I begged them on probably 100 emails.
Justin Fields.
That I wanted Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that was 2 years. Yeah.
And then this season, we were all Justin Fields. Please bring us Justin Fields.
Yes.
And now
And then when they had an option to get him, they didn't do it.
Yeah. Now we're staring down the barrel of Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, I'm just
the destroyer of a franchise.
Dude, he did it.
Well, not just him though. Him and Mickey Loomis. They're like a two-headed monster or something.
But what was the deal? It seemed like
Dennis Allen was the deal.
Dennis Allen coddled this kid.
Dennis Allen was the deal. Dennis Allen tricked Mickey Loomis into believing this guy was better than what he really was somehow. Mickey Loomis must not watch football.
I don't know. I just don't. Dennis Allen, what did you see in this guy?
Nothing.
I remember
A good personality.
Look, so when they announced Derek Carr, my mind went straight to the 2 years that he took the Raiders to the playoffs with nothing on the team.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, even then, I'm thinking this guy's just a average quarterback, not anybody worth a crap.
Mm-hmm.
And then hoping that because he got released from the Raiders, that he would take some of that fire and grit and come to the Saints and say, I'm going to prove you wrong for letting me go.
Did not. Did the opposite.
And then he just tucked his tail and said, you know what?
Pay me and I'm not going to play.
I'm not worth nothing.
Well, he's worth something. He's worth a $60 million cap hit next year.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as playability.
Can I just say something?
No, you can't say no.
I'm tapped out of this.
You're done.
I'm tapped out of this argument of he was on those Raiders teams and he didn't have any talent. He had Devontae Adams. He had Michael Crabtree. He had Darren Waller. He had Josh Jacobs. He had Marcel Reese. This is just 4 or 5 people. He had Max Crosby.
I'm talking about when he had Michael Crabtree and all that. Like, he was they didn't have the elite players. Like,
Michael Crabtree was elite.
Michael Crabtree was fantastic.
I don't understand. All he had was talent at all the times.
Maybe not line talent, offensive line talent. But Josh Jacobs, he was still running.
No, I thought his offensive line was better than a lot. It's not like, look, those teams he had, we went to playoffs, his coach, Gruden was his coach.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, like, they were doing good. They were building good. Look, to this day, you watch Barstool right now. You watch Barstool, you watch Chucky on there. You know what he talks about? Hey, Darren Waller's out there. Hey, he talks about his wide receiver. He talks about his weapons. Josh Drake, he discusses them, how good they were.
Yeah, Darren Waller was good.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he had weapons. Crabtree. Then he had Amari Cooper. Then he had
that was 4 or 5. No, that was a lot because Amari Cooper went from there to the Cowboys to the Browns to Buffalo.
Yeah,
that was years ago.
Yeah, we're talking about early in his career.
Yeah.
Early in Derek Carr's career.
Yeah, early.
I'm talking about this idea that he never had weapons. Don't give me that. I know who he had. I know the people he had back there.
Yeah,
he had weapons.
Derek Carr is just a mid-level at best. People just, I don't know what coach is seeing him.
I don't think he's mid-level.
He's really good at the end of the game padding stats. I know he's really good at 3rd down and 8, getting you 3 yards.
So how far is Taysom Hill from?
This was brought up. This was brought up on how much fun it would be if you put Taysom Hill back in that quarterback room.
That's what I'm getting at.
Who brought this up? Oh, I can't remember. It was, I think, a Black and Gold podcast. They brought it up.
You ain't got to pay a penny if you bring Taysom Hill and just put him in the quarterback room. But I don't know if he's going to be ready for the season.
That's not a win.
I say you do it anyway.
Yeah, you can't. I don't know. Maybe you can. I mean, why not? I just don't know
I think you shore up the rest of the team. You throw Taysom Hill at quarterback, and you just roll with the ball.
I mean, we're going to get a top 4 pick anyway, no matter how you play it next year. No matter how you play it. Whether you bring Carson Wentz in, whether you let Derek Carr play, whether you let Rattler play. This team needs so much help.
They need help on the edge, okay? And not as much as I think people think, but they need help on the edge because they're going to a 3-4. Mm-hmm. They need a dominant defensive tackle. Breeze is good, but he's more of a pass rusher. You got Godshaw. You filled up the middle, but you need something more than that. You're going to need wide receiver help because Olave's always concussed. Rashid Shaheed was hurt last year. You don't have a 3. You don't have a 3. You don't have a 4. Jawan Johnson's your only viable tight end. Foster Moreau. You need a tight end. You need
a team.
Yeah, your left tackle is good. Your left tackle is great.
Fuaga.
Your center's great. Mm-hmm. After that, it's holes. You gotta fill those holes.
Cesar Ruiz is serviceable.
So is Penning.
Penning's serviceable.
But you can upgrade immediately. I think you have to have at least 3 good and somebody to fill those holes. You need a quarterback. Okay. You need another corner. You need another corner.
Another running back.
You need another running back. Justin Reed signed, but Tyrann Mathieu is old. You got to get somebody else. Demario Davis is 30 whatever. Methuselah.
30 forever.
Methuselah. You need a linebacker. This team is void of so much.
Yeah.
And
you could literally throw a dart at the draft board
and
be
by
like,
the way,
I'll take that guy.
And you threw $60 million to a guy who doesn't want to play for you.
Every time.
Yeah.
You know what? We need that one.
Isaac Yodom, I know people are down on him, but I think he's better than people think, but they still need a corner. But he's serviceable to me. You remember what happened when I can't remember who got hurt, but he had to play 4 games.
Well, if you look at his PFF grade last year, look, some of these, we talked about this. Like PFF grade last year with San Francisco, he was one of the best cover corners. Mm-hmm. That's why, and Staley was with San Francisco last year. And Staley, that wasn't getting the band back together. Staley was like, I like him. Bring him here. Bring him.
But they have no depth behind him.
No, so. What was the one guy, like last year, like it surprised me, Rico Payton, played very good in spot duty. I don't know but I don't know what you're gonna do with. Paulson Debo's gone. Alontae Taylor, you still got him. I don't know if you're gonna put him at slot corner. I don't know if you're gonna put him on the outside.
He excels at slot.
I don't know if you're gonna put him slot corner. I don't know if you're gonna put him outside. I don't know what they're gonna do. That defense is still. I don't know what the plan. I mean, look, I don't doubt Brandon Staley at all, but I don't know what they're going to do. I know. I mean, they got the Joker. They got the right defensive end to run Joker. I mean, what's his name out of Notre Dame? They ended up completing.
Chase Young?
No.
Christian Boyd?
No. Christian Boyd is up and coming defensive tackle though. That is a sneaky good pick in the 5th round last year.
You got.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Jordan.
Come out of Notre Dame 3 years ago. Dennis Allen completely played out position, but he is Isaiah Foskey. Thank you. He is a 3-4 stand-up linebacker. That's what he played. He played the Joker at Notre Dame. Like that is going to be an asset. Like I think he's going to be the most improved player on this team going next year.
I think you could take an island that will hold one person, and his name is Kool-Aid McKinstry, and the rest of them are. You can do whatever you want to.
He ain't there yet. I'm gonna say,
but he's got a bright future.
Well, he played hurt last year. You know, when he got drafted, the reason why his stock dropped from 1st to 2nd was it was a foot injury, which nobody ever talks about. You know, he was hurt when he come out.
I mean, I like Alontae Taylor. Tyrann Mathieu's old.
I mean, it's coming down the stretch. I had more faith in the rookie than I did in Marshawn Lattimore, as we all saw in that playoff
man, he got
game.
ate up, didn't he?
Yeah, the problem is that you gave $60 million to a guy who is not going to see the field for you. Mm-hmm. So
if I worked for a corporation, and I was this acting CEO, or I was the CEO, and I lost that corporation $60 million,
oh, they'd kill you.
You think I would be fired?
Yes.
Why are we still dealing with this dude?
No,
well, because you paid him. You have to.
No, I'm not talking about Carr.
What are you talking about?
Mickey Loomis?
Yes.
Yes, I don't know.
What is Miss Gale not paying attention?
Look, it's not just them. Look, New Orleans finally got rid of got rid of this guy after that season, and now they moved into Joe Dumars. Look, that guy stayed 2 years too long. I mean, it's maybe she's too loyal. I don't know. I think that Dennis Allen would still be the coach if Ms. Benson didn't step in and say, dude, we just lost to Carolina. We're on a 7-game losing streak. Yeah. I think Dennis Allen could still be the coach in New Orleans.
Ooh. I mean, now you look at what's going on here, okay? You look at how this team looks.
Terrible.
This is the worst I've ever seen it.
Since 81? Since 82?
So
this was worse than Katrina year.
Am I crazy for thinking she's going to sell this team?
No, she's not going to sell it.
She's not going to sell the team, but they sure as heck need to do some front office work.
Kai Harley.
No.
I like Kai Harley.
Oh, I do not.
I mean, he does good work for the Cap. I mean, look,
you know what? I say we get rid of everybody. He ain't done no good work for no Cap.
Kai Harley is probably the best of a bad situation.
He doesn't. But he's good. He's great.
But
I think they need to put an ad in the newspaper.
Yeah, there you go.
Help wanted.
Go to LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, and then just say, look, we need football players and front office help.
That 2017 draft was amazing. But since then, they have missed on so many draft picks, or they have played people out of position, and when they have left, they have just done nothing but succeed. Trey Hendrickson led the league in sacks.
Out the building.
Hey, CJ Gardner-Johnson led the league in interceptions. Okay, all this was underneath Dennis Allen's defense. Zach Bond left, defensive MVP. All underneath Dennis Allen's defenses, all playing out of position. Hey, Dennis Allen, look, nobody's saying you're a bad defensive coordinator. I thought you were good.
Terrible head coach.
Hey,
terrible.
But sometimes you made some questionable decisions. Sometimes with that Marcus Williams play with Stephon Diggs, he misses that tackle and we lose that game, dude. What are you doing? Like some of these questions. And look at Peyton Turner, first round draft pick, didn't develop.
Fizzled out.
Marcus Davenport, always injured. He's back in Detroit again on a 1-year prove-it deal.
Gotta see the future.
Man.
Read the lines.
Man. Like just missed after pick after pick. You went and got a run back out of TCU, man. This dude has been hurt since he got day one hamstring injury. Didn't see him till week 14.
And you can't leave him in there by himself. He's not going to do nothing.
No.
You put any other backup running back on a team, say, hey, dude, here's your chance. You could take the field. And they're going to work their butt off. This guy, okay, he got 3 yards. Man. Is
this Jeff Ireland's work? Because Jeff Ireland, when he was the scouting guy at Miami, didn't do anything. And now it's coming to the Saints. Yeah. Hey, you traded 2 first-round draft picks to move up to get Trevor Penning. Hey, guess what?
Nothing.
You moved him on the line 3 times. Twice, excuse me. You moved him on the line twice. This is the 3rd time this is just terrible. A 3rd offensive coordinator now. He come from northern Iowa. We got players coming out of the SEC. I don't care about his measurables. Look, give me somebody mean who comes out of the SEC, okay? Who's going against Michael Williams? Who's going against these great players, man? Like
stopping them.
Look at the whole 3 people from the Texas A&M defensive line are going to get drafted. Yes. Give me the competition that blocked them, not Northern Iowa University.
I agree.
Nick Soroto, Shamar Sanders. You got what's the other kid? The defensive tackle. 3 players in the top 2 rounds from Texas A&M are going to be gone in this draft. And you know what you do? You go get peers from Northern Iowa, University of Houston. What is it? UTSA, bro. You're not that smart, bro. Look, this is easy. Who blocked him? Who blocked that guy? That's who I want.
Yeah. So,
all right,
they're going to ruin my boys. Alvin Kamara's last couple of years.
That's it, buddy. It's over with.
Yep. Chris Olave is going to have to wear two guardian caps.
2 guardian hats. He's going to have to put
some guardian feets.
Yeah. Put Q-tips in his ears whenever he starts bleeding out.
Some of our failed receivers at other places, Brandon Cooks, Dante Pettis.
Real secure.
Man, whenever they signed Dante Pettis, man, I was so excited, dude. I was like, yes! My God, look at all these moves we're making.
Terrible
man.
moves.
Everybody's getting look. When Devontae Adams went to Los Angeles, I was like, we don't care because we got big Big Pettis is coming back, bro. Big Pettis.
He's been here 3 times.
Oh,
All
man,
right.
give me that Big Pettis. He's coming back.
No.
So, the state of the franchise.
Terrible.
How many years till they can turn it around?
4.
I say 4. 4 or 5.
5.
Yeah, you got a quarterback.
Because it's just you can't fix all of this in 1 or 2. You can't do anything in free agency because you don't have the money. You have to do everything through the draft. It's going to take 4 to 5 years to.
They're going to have to make a move next year to get the best quarterback they can possibly get and start from there.
We're watching the draft, right? And we're going to do this, right?
Yep.
As we've advertised, we're going to do this. Listen, if the Saints trade up in this draft at any point, I will be unconscious for the rest of the episode.
They don't need to.
Do I trade up?
Yeah, you want them to?
What do you
No.
want? What are they trading up to do?
I said if they do.
Oh.
If they do. Has Mickey Loomis ever traded down
I don't.
in the history? No. Has he traded up? Almost every draft.
What do you trade up for?
Exactly.
You lose value.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Unless you can get Travis Hunter, you just don't.
And yes,
Yeah.
you just don't.
That's it.
Travis Hunter's the only reason to trade up in this
Let
draft.
me tell you something. At first, I was so against Janty because you got so many holes to fill. But at this joint, you ain't got a quarterback. You ain't got a player to hang.
You gotta get value right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, you can't sell a jersey right now.
Last question I'm gonna ask you guys, and this is a question I got from a
You
guy
get
that I work with.
Janty, and then you just put him. You get
hand the
let
ball.
him practice this year while you wait to build more next year.
That's it.
Don't even put him on the field. Don't let him get hurt.
So, the question I got:
Practice.
Shador Sanders at 9. They have so many needs. I don't think that they should do it.
I like it.
I don't.
I like it.
Who knows?
Now I'm not told, and I was totally against him because of his personality, because of all this other nonsense. But I've watched the video. I've watched the film.
Yeah.
The dude is talented in the mid to medium.
He's the most accurate quarterback with
he's
74%.
Very accurate.
Yeah.
Steps up in the pocket.
I think that's his hang up.
He doesn't step far enough up in the pocket.
Yeah, he's always
one step.
He's always one step back. Like,
Yeah. So
he pats the ball too.
he played in a very untalented division.
Yeah,
that's
his division
the
was not
biggest
the best.
issue.
So
and they didn't
Boise
win.
State was the best team he played.
And they didn't win.
So I just don't. I think there's other needs there, and we can still lose out while building this team in this draft and take a quarterback next year.
That's it. I like that.
Yeah,
There's nobody here by you that you want.
There's nobody here. There's nobody here. I don't think Shador Sanders is the answer.
okay.
He's not.
It's better than what we got.
Yeah, he is better than what we got. But is he ready to play right now?
No, he comes in. You're not playing him right now.
No.
He'll get.
Is Spencer Rattler the guy to teach him how to play?
No.
So you got to get somebody in the room. Teddy Two Gloves, Carson Wentz, somebody who's willing to teach these young guys how to do this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I mean, I just assume that's gonna happen.
Kellen Moore's, he's a quarterback.
I say we get Teddy Two Gloves back and let him just start.
I say you just hire Teddy Two Gloves as a quarterback coach.
Well, they already got a good one.
They do.
I mean, Nussmeier's really good.
And I think Nussmeier being the quarterback coach, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, Nussmeier, his son will be at
A Saint.
Saint next year.
And I'm okay with that.
I thought this was where we were going. I just look if Shador Sanders falls in your lap, I don't know why you don't do it. I mean, you need like it's up for this. Like if Janty fell before Shador, if Janty fell in your lap, you go get him because right now you can't sell a jersey. Right now you cannot sell a jersey. There is nobody in New Orleans that will stand up. But if you got a Janty jersey,
somebody's put it on.
Yep. Besides Kamara, you ain't selling a jersey.
Yeah, if you go to any store, the only jersey up is Kamara.
Because
that is it.
You don't have nothing else. At least if Sanders falls or if Janty falls to you, which I don't think he does, but if he does, you go up there. So at least Amari Hampton, you're going to trade down, and he doesn't trade down. I'm not taking Amari Hampton at 9.
No.
And he's not going to be there at 40.
No.
You may get...
No, but for me, the reason I brought that up is because I'm going off offensive tackle, offensive guard all day long at 9.
I'm going immediately. I'm New Orleans, right? Like I got the 9 pick. If Will Clapp's there, I go get Will Clapp. Okay. If other than
Will Campbell.
I say you either take Michael Williams, so you go get edge help because Cam Jordan's not getting younger. Chase Young, you'll have two good bookends for a while. You'll have Chase Young, and you'll have a rookie. Or you go get a linebacker. Or you get
Another cornerback.
Well, I don't like.
You trade up, get Travis Hunter.
I take.
Oh man, but
I mean, look. If Jalen Walker falls there,
Will Campbell.
or Jalen Walker, or Janty, like I'm taking Janty. Will Clark and Jalen Walker, I'm taking Walker, and then I'll take
Will Campbell.
Those three, or at least you'll have a bookend. You'll have left and right tackle bookends for no matter what. Whoever your quarterback is, you got two bookend tackles, right? And you can cook them in.
They're going to wear out all year long.
You'll have
three and out. Oh, you guys are back up. Three and out. Oh.
But you'll be set for 10 years.
Yeah.
You'll be set for 10 years, all right? All right, Fuaga's good. You'll have
Will Campbell.
10 years, right? All right? Even Mimbu. I don't think he falls. But if you do, you're set with your tackles.
I'm good with Mimbu. I like him a lot.
Yep. So build in the trenches. I don't know. Look, I'm gonna say this much. I don't know what the plan is going forward. I mean, what is he trying to build an offense like he had around Jalen Hurts?
That would be what he should do, but how can
It's
he?
not working out that. Well, I mean, of course, he's just starting out.
He's just starting out because
They're going to have to give this guy 4 years.
oh, they will. I think they'll have the patience.
Okay.
You know, he could have gotten his backup quarterback, and Kenny Pickett went to
Cleveland.
Cleveland. He could have went and got him.
Yep.
This is. I think he thought Derek Carr was his quarterback. He could have went and got the guy he coached last year to say, hey, come here. You be the bridge. You know my offense.
There you go.
And guess what?
Didn't happen.
Either he didn't have no faith in Kenny Pickett, or he thought I got Derek Carr.
I could work with that.
Why I developed something?
So the state of the franchise terrible.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years away.
5.
Next podcast we'll do the Commanders.
Sounds good.
We had
brother.
a guy ask us to do it, so yeah, I think we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do the Commanders. We got a draft special coming up.
Yep.
NFL draft Thursday, first round.
Be here. Watch us.
Yeah, it's gonna be such a fun night.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. Yeah, such a fun night.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Calder.
The Shadowhead.
And we're out.
Smash Mouth Footballers.
This ain't no regular thing.
Artlist.io.
I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, champion. The game is in trouble. I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. I got it for real. Still keep me going. I wake
Music
up and
licensing reimagined.
in the field, man of the town. You've been in your fields. I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty. Either that or your tragedy.